Hey guys, welcome back to another Lore Horde video. It's your host Sam, and this is Corey. We're here today to talk to you a little bit about what's been happening in the Lorcana space over the last couple of weeks. Now, Corey, I've been away last week, so we didn't get to do a bit of a chat last week, but we are here again. I was away for PAX, and I will touch on how that all went a little bit later. But I think, Corey, the big news at the minute happened in the recent Lorecast.
Yeah, we had some amazing news coming out from Ravensburger. Set 12 news, set 11 news,
Yep.
and the reveals have started for set 10.
That's right. So we've got Whispers in the Well coming as our set 10, and the Well is obviously short for the Inkwell Cave, as I actually only just learnt from Rebecca Quest's video recently. So shout out to her. But we've got Whispers in the Well coming. Then we've got Winter Spell coming as our set 11. And then set 12. Yeah. Now, Corey, I actually cannot remember what the set 12 name is going to be.
Wilds Unknown.
Wilds Unknown. Cool.
And it's the introduction to Pixar, set to be released in second quarter of 2026. So we're 6 months out.
That's it. And we're going to get some awesome characters coming in for Lorcana in set 12. Most notably, Toy Story, which I know you're really happy about because we only just did a video I think last week or last time where we talked to Jordan from Into the Inkwell about what decks do you want to see, what sets do you want to see, what IPs do you want to see coming into Lorcana, and you said Toy Story. I'm still waiting for Elementals, but I'm sure it's coming now. We've got a Pixar bridge.
It'll be about Q4.
Let's hope. Okay, so with the reveal season, Corey, we've got Whispers in the Well coming up, and there's a bit of a buzz going around about the new ability Boost. Talk us through it.
So Boost, it is a costed ability. So similar to Shift, but instead of knowing what's under your card, you're not actually allowed to see it. So on this new one, it's quoted Boost, then your ink cost. Once during your turn, you may pay ink cost to put the top card of your deck face down under this character. And there are a few rules for this, which I'm really glad with it. We've had some quite clear instructions on this. You're not allowed to look at the card that you put underneath. That is a big no-no.
But, I mean, we're still very, very early on in the reveal season, so who knows if there are going to be some actions or anything like that where you can reveal the boost card. Who knows? I think with the way the mechanic is going to work, maybe not. It says here that the mechanic is going to tie directly into the set's narrative, representing Illumineers drawing from the Inkwell to make Whisper Glimmers more complete. Could be that without the technology of the ink casting station, with its focusing lenses, as well as the lorebook pages being torn, Glimmers can't be fully formed. So with the story so far in Lorcana, there is some drama afoot. But we have had some interesting reveals so far. Most notably, I think the Gargoyles are coming into Lorcana.
Okay, I am super, super excited. Have you seen Demona's ability?
I think so. Yeah, I did see the Ravensburger video about it, but talk me through it.
It's going to be an absolute nightmare for Blurple players. And by me nightmare, I mean like they're going to become insanely good. I'm really excited to do it. It is a sync cost inkable quest for 2 with a 5/6 stat line. At Saxum Communitate, it's Latin. When you play this character, exert all opposing characters. Then each player with fewer than 3 cards in their hand draws until they have 3.
Yeah.
And then Stone by Date, if you have 3 or more cards in your hand, this character can't ready.
That's insane.
So you've got to drop your hand.
Yeah, I mean, the flavor takes there, Stone by Day. I saw on the Ravensburger video that it relates to actually, you know how Gargoyles, the story with them is that in the daytime they are stone, right? So at nighttime they're, roaming around and being, what gargoyles are. But I think that ability is kind of a cool little nod to that story.
Yeah, I'm really, really excited to see what people can do. The biggest thing that we are hearing is that Demona is going to be a massive play for Blurple, and it's going to follow very quickly into other cards that we're getting. One which I'm very excited, which is also this set champ promo, which is Daisy Duck Paranormal Investigator. Shift 4/6 ink cost, 4/6 stat line quest for 2. When the character is exerted, cards While this character is exerted, cards enter opponent's Inkwell's exerted.
I think that's insane. Sapphire is going to eat well next
It is.
set.
It is going to be really good. I saw a really good combination in a blue-yellow aggro deck. Turn one,
Blue-yellow.
blue-yellow. Turn one, drop Daisy. Turn two, Tipo or Sails.
Yeah.
Turn four, you're inking your fourth card, shifting Daisy.
You can do it on turn
She's
3.
a shift
If
four.
you get the ramp off turn 3, you can play Daisy, right?
If you can get a decent amount, but you're running off 2 ink on turn 2, right? So
Unless you sail.
Tipo, unless you sail, so sail gets you to 3. Tipo gets you to 3. One jump ahead gets you to 3.
Yep.
So you have to go turn 4. I have to go turn 3. Turn 3 into this Daisy Duck. Matt, you've got absolute board control because everything is coming in inkable. You are 2 turns ahead of your opponent straight away.
It does seem pretty interesting, especially in that aggro anti-control deck. I think is going to see some play for that Daisy. But even in the Emerald Sapphire, I wonder if that's going to come into play. I mean, a 6 cost, we've already got a lot of cards that are filling up that slot. I mean, we've got John Silver, some people, yours truly, playing Max Goof.
Yep.
And we've got a few other bits and pieces in the 7s as well, like Basil or Clarabelle or anything like that. But this is a 6 cost. I mean, there aren't really many Daisies to shift on in, Emerald or sort of Sapphire that really make it worth it in those decks. But I think the Amber line is probably going to be really interesting, especially with that 1 cost Daisy.
No, you're right. There's really actually not a lot of Daisy cards out there. Let's just do it real quick. There is 11 Daisy cards out there. Actually,
how many are still in rotation?
There's 11. You know what? I'll tell you in 2 seconds.
Well, while you find that number, I do think it's pretty... 10, okay.
No, 9.
9, okay. It looks interesting. I do think that there's going to be some play there with it, but again, we're only just starting the reveal season. So I know our friends, One More Law and Inkborn Heroes as well, and everybody that is in on the reveal season is going to be hard at work at the minute, losing sleep, getting out all of this awesome content on the cards that are coming out. But I wonder, is there going to be a new Daisy Shift target that they're going to release?
Would be.
Maybe something that makes this more viable, something a bit of ramp or something interesting. But another friend of ours, Kyle, big shout out to you, mate. Gaston is coming. He loves a good Gaston card. He loves a good Gaston card. So Frightful Bully, epic as well. He's getting an epic boost too. And whenever this character quests, if there's a card under him, chosen opposing character can't challenge and must quest if able during their next turn. Now that's interesting, seeing that kind of trickery in Amber. But look, we won't get into the nitty gritty of each card that has been revealed so far. There are amazing cards, and this boost ability, I think, Corey, is going to be a really interesting thing to see in the meta.
I think it can be an utter game changer. Personally, I think it's one of those things that it's going to pop up in decks that you're not expecting it in.
Yeah.
Like aggro, everyone knows aggro is you ink, you put down, you quest, game.
Yeah.
Yourself, you play control. It's I don't want to let my opponent play this game.
No.
Blurple is play your game, but don't have anything on the field.
Yeah.
This boost ability is going to change that.
I honestly think the boost ability is going to provide even more challenge to what is already turning out to be a cool and a well thought through meta. So credit to the game devs. But what I also wanted to mention, Corey, is we have 2 new iconics coming in Whispers of the Well. Now, I've been eating good since Fabled, right? I love what they did with Fabled with Hades as an enchanted infernal schemer. As
like this guy.
There he is. Yeah, I've got mine. It's somewhere off to the side somewhere. But Hades is getting an iconic, and I think the ability that he has is going to be awesome as well. So it says, when you play this character, you may choose an opposing character, and if you do, draw 2 cards unless that character's player puts that card on the bottom of their deck. So you're forcing removal, or They have to put something on the bottom of their deck, which I think is pretty cool.
You know what else is cool? You're going to be broke.
Yep, 100%. I don't think I'm gonna splash out just to buy the card on its own. I'm gonna end up doing something stupid and going, "Hey, look, another pack. It can't hurt, right?" Rip it and go, "Oh, it's
No.
not in there."
Oh no, I need another pack.
Yeah.
10,000 packs later.
But the problem is, I'm a Hades fan, but my partner Lexi is an Ariel fan, and Ariel is also getting an iconic, which looks stunning. Both of these cards look stunning and very different to the first iconics we saw, Mickey and Minnie. But Ariel's ability looks interesting. She's a boost 1. And it says, once during your turn, whenever you play a song, if there's a card under this character, you may draw a card. And she, I believe, is also an Amber card.
Yep. Yes, she is. That is correct.
I wonder if they're coming back to Amber Singers again.
It could be coming into Steel Song once again. There was a card that was I'm trying to remember what it was called. It was revealed. I think it was this morning. No, it's Angel from the next set.
Oh yeah, the new Cinderella.
Yeah, let me just read that out.
It's an interesting card.
I have it here. So if this is your first turn and you're not the first player, you pay 1 less to play this character. It's a 2-cost inkable 2/2 stat line, Singer 3. It is Cinderella.
It is Cinderella in Lilo and Stitch form as Angel, which is pretty cool. But look, there are a lot of amazing cards coming out, I think, in the next couple of sets. We've got some interesting Lilo and Stitch cards coming out in Winterspell, but more importantly, I'm looking for the Hades iconic. It's got to be my ultimate chase card in Whispers in the Well.
Yes.
But look, we've got a lot coming. There's going to be some interesting clues about Winterspell as well. We've got some Stitch, we've got some Launchpad, Darkwing Duck is also coming in, and the promos, Corey, the promos are going to be really, really cool. I love that there is a Zeus promo and a Scar promo, but also the Great Illuminary. Now, for the Infinity constructed game mode coming on, a friend of ours, shout out to Baron, who I actually just uploaded a gameplay video with him last week. So if you didn't see it, go check it out. It's on our YouTube. He goes, I have a cracked idea for a 1-turn win. And I said, okay, what is this? He goes, well, look, if you play the Great Illuminary, you got Jafar Striking Illusionist from Into the Inklands out, play Monstro. What do you mean? Well, Monstro, if you discard a card, you could ready him, right? The Great Illuminary, I'll read it out to you. It says, characters gain, exert, and draw a card while here. All you got to do, quest Jafar and start pumping away with Monstro to get to that 20 law win from drawing and discarding cards to ready him. Is that
that's
not
crazy.
busted?
So I like that. I do like it. There is something similar to Blurple at the moment with the new Magic Feather item, which gives him evasive and then Dumbo just lets him go for it.
Yeah.
Provided you've got enough ink. But this, you don't need the ink.
You don't need the ink. This one is just exert to draw a card, and if you've got that Jafar in play, I mean, this is Infinity, so we're going to have to still see.
Yeah.
I honestly don't think there's been a ban list released yet for Infinity, and I don't think it's starting just yet, but we'll update you when it does. But
August.
There you go, August next year. So as soon as we know more about Infinity Core Constructed. Wait, is that August linked to the Hades flavor text? Or is that going to be the next Illumineers quest?
Rumors are flying that there's a big change coming to the game in August.
In August?
Because they want to give a lot of players 12 months to get used. We're going to have 9 months to get used to the game as Core and Infinity, and have the 2 different formats, promote each of them. And then next thing you know, they're going to go, all right, you've had enough fun. Tamatol has won too many games. F you. Here you go.
Do you know what I reckon it is? Here's my theory for it. I reckon sideboard. Sideboards are coming.
See, I'd be okay with that. I would be okay with that.
I would be interested to see what a sideboard does to the game. This is, again, just a theory. Let us know what your theories are in the comments about what the August hint might be about. Sideboard, there was a leak. Apparently, the PlayHub app had it as a feature for a little bit before they removed it, and I think that was
Yeah.
recently. So maybe they were testing something to do with sideboards. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll do some sleuthing.
Yes. We'll become our own detective.
I'm gonna be Nick Wilde myself. I'm already half Ginge, ready to go. Um, oh my god! But look, there is a lot happening in the Lorcana scene. I mean, there are some awesome
There is.
synergies coming in with the new detective classifications on these cards. Whispers, they're going to be interesting with the boost ability, and we are also seeing some awesome, iconic, and enchanted card reveals happening. So keep an eye
Yep.
out on your favorite content creators for the reveals. I know that our friend Nora is doing card reveals. Inkborn Heroes are also doing a card tracker along with many, many other creators. So make sure you go check those guys out. I think Illuminator Tales over in the Netherlands is also doing one. So keep an eye out, see what cards are coming out. We're going to talk about them as we get closer to the end of reveal season as well.
Of course, always going to talk about it. We talk about all things Lorcana. But speaking of all things Lorcana, while you were away, Sam, we didn't get a chance to talk about this very, very often.
Yeah.
We had our first DLC after Worlds.
Yeah, season 2 has finally started.
How exciting. We had DLC blown out. Of course, Blurple took it out. Congratulations to Lucas. He played
Yeah.
insanely well.
Absolutely clutch plays. I did manage to catch a number of games while I was away. Obviously on the re-showing on YouTube of some of these awesome games that we're seeing in Bologna. But Lucas took it out against Amethyst Steel. Believe it or not, those are the top 2 decks. Amazing play, an amazing game, and overall, I think Lucas really just took it now.
Yeah.
Really, really interesting lists there. I also saw that
It
in
was
the top
good to watch.
4,
Honestly, to go down to a game 5.
Game 5, I know, it was insane. Like, it happened in Worlds, I think, as well, with DKP going to Game 5. But here we saw it in the first DLC of Season 2 as well. So it really just goes to show that you never know how the games are going to go. Play to your strengths and keep knowing and practicing your deck.
Yes.
I was, Corey, interested to see that Emerald and Steel made it to the top 4 of all things. There were 2 Amethyst Steel decks, 1 Blurple and Emerald Steel. It's an interesting deck. Nobody has sort of rated it at the minute, and it's an Emerald Chromacon Fiend. It really puts the pressure on. You look so concerned because I tell you why, since rotation, when you've got Ruby Sapphire items, nobody seems to be worried about items anymore. Nobody's taking in for it. So these Chromacons are coming in. I mean, I've got an Emerald Amethyst deck with Amethyst Chromacon, which is pretty fun to pair with Bend to My Will. But that's just me being evil. But the Chromacon itself, you've got Amber Emerald Dogs, they're running the Chromacon. You've also got Emerald and Steel playing it as well. Playing a lot of those aggro characters with 2 lore that have ward, like Prince Philip, Heathcliff, all of that stuff. You got Lewis for Reckless, anti-tempo. It seems like a really interesting deck.
It is. It's an interesting deck. It was fun to watch in the overall play as well. It wasn't as quick as I kind of thought it was going to be because I'm used to seeing Emerald or even Steel be an aggro deck this season. I'm so used to that. But it wasn't as quick as I thought it was going to be. But it was controlling.
It was. It felt more mid-range tempo version of aggro, and I think that really does bring in some spice, bring in some flavor, especially when you're seeing a lot of the Steel cards be flooded with, Nala, the Dual Ink Penny, all of that stuff that gets lots of lore very quickly. Even people playing Mr. Arrow in combination with Lilo, or even in Emerald where you've got a lot of the lady characters, Lady and the Tramp. So to see a sort of a combination of the 2 in a way, where you've got Emerald, some of those key cards, and then combine it with Steel, and obviously the removal and control that it can have with Strength, Pete. You've also got Emerald's Ursula. Lots of cool things.
And I know you've got a bit of a sour taste because of Jordan last week, but Calhoun's coming back. Pete's coming back.
No,
Louis crazy.
she played absolutely phenomenally, and
Did.
my deck did not deck.
Not gonna lie, good to watch.
Yeah, after my rampage at locals with Emerald Sapphire, I'm sure you were quite happy.
Yeah.
But no, that was a cool game to play. I really did like that. If you haven't seen it, go and check out our video with Into the Inkwell, also on our YouTube channel. Get your snacks, get your drinks, enjoy, have a bit of a watch. It's a good one. But yeah, look, there is lots happening. DLC Bologna happens. They kicked off season 2. We're so excited for. I think Milwaukee is coming up very, very soon. So that's happening. And we've also got the New Zealand qualifier happening in just a few weeks. Very excited. Some of our friends are going over, myself not included this time round, but I will be in Melbourne next February. Keep an eye out for me. I'll be repping the Lawhorde shirt, which is not on today because it is in the wash for Set Champs this weekend.
Speaking of Set Champs, how excited are you?
Terrified. The pressure's on, mate. The pressure is on. I've talked about it a lot in the recent videos that we've done where the meta has shifted.
Yes.
I just don't know what to expect. I mean, we've seen 4 key decks show up in the top spot over lots of different competitions, lots of different local leagues. You know, we've got Emerald Sapphire, Blurple, Amber Steel, Aggro, and what was the other one? Amethyst Steel. There it is. Yes. So we're seeing a lot of interesting combos come out to the top spots. And it is interesting and also concerning to see where I'm going to be for that.
I'm really interesting to see on how everyone's play styles change.
Yeah.
We've had our locals group for a while now. We've been playing all together for at least 12 months, I think, or close to 12 months, I think.
Yeah, probably just over a year now.
Yeah. So we've been playing all together really well. We know how each other plays. The Fable has just brought out such a different range for what everyone's playing. Shout out to Nick, who just honestly, his gaming capabilities, one of the most impressive things I've seen. He's managed to just pull out some random stuff and it works.
He's a very versatile. Yeah, he's a very versatile player. I mean, we've seen him and Kevin, who we know as RSK, which is his adorned name from his group over in New Zealand. So shout out to them, Ruby Sapphire King. That is Kev's nickname because obviously he was the Don of Ruby Sapphire at our local game store. But now he's actually gone into a few different areas. He's tried out, Sea Dogs, Chromie Dogs, Blurple.
Yep.
He's rocking
at the minute. Blurple, that's right.
Which, for a control deck player is right up his alley. He loves it. But we've also
not to mention he's looking at your cows now too.
Don't say anything about that. I can't bear the mirror match. Oh my god. Oh, it's already such a slog with Blurple going up against it with Emerald Sapphire because you sat there, nobody's turning sideways.
Yeah.
I'm worried about Into the Unknown. He's worried about your welcome. It's a whole thing. But yeah, no, Set Champs are coming around. Very excited, very nervous, not really too sure how it's going to go. Don't know about you, Crow, but I'm only doing, I think, 2 or 3 this time round. So we've got Mega Games, our local, and we've got another local store that we're going to, Lexi and I, on the Sunday in the week following. And we're going to try and go down to another store close to Narellan, I think is where we go.
The Game Center?
Yes.
Yeah, nice.
So I think we're going to try and head down there. I need to remember when that is.
Can you let me know? Because I wouldn't mind. If it's on a Sunday. If it's on a Sunday, I wouldn't mind.
Should be Saturday or Sunday. I don't know yet. I think it might be a Saturday. We'll confirm. But look, Set Champs are coming up. Top 4 decks are showing a lot of play. There's a lot of Blurple players in Sydney at the minute. And a lot of Emerald Sapphire as well. So we're going to see how that goes.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm excited to see it. And if I get paired up against 6 Emerald Sapphire decks on Saturday, I'm probably going to quit until Whispers come out.
No.
But, okay, so I just want to touch base real quick. We've got a few guys that do listen to these videos who are relatively new to the game. They've done 1 Set Champ so far. You obviously know who we're talking about right now. Amazing players, but they're kind of, what do we bring? What do we need to do to prepare for Set Champs? It's a question that I've had over the last couple of weeks as friends have tried to get into Lorcana as well.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of things here that I just want to run through with you, and then kind of get your also your opinion about outside
Yeah,
of
go
this
for it.
what you did. So to set up for set champs, first one of the most important things is be on time.
Yeah, being on time, that's a big one.
Yeah. No one enjoys having to wait around for another 25, 30 minutes because you've decided to get on the next train that you was supposed to be on, or you're out getting a coffee and you're literally across the road, but you're holding up the entire plate. It's not a great thing.
Yeah.
But be ready. Honestly, be on time. Have your TCG account set up, ready to go. Have your deck list sorted. Have your sleeved, unmarked. Be prepared. Nothing's worse than sitting across an opponent and going, "Oh wait, I need to get new sleeves." There goes 25 minutes of gameplay.
Because they got to unsleeve their deck, put them in the fresh ones, and then reshuffle.
Yep.
Then you got to cut again, roll, draw. It's a whole thing. You
It
really
is.
don't want to be the person that comes late, has to resleeve, doesn't have a deck list, which is another thing you should have, is get your deck list
Yes,
ready and
deck list.
checked.
Yep.
Make sure the cards that are on the deck list are in the deck. No more, no less. We've had
Yes.
some instances at set champs where that has not been the case. Myself, I was unfortunately almost given a negative point in the last set champs because when I put my deck back into my deck box, I had another one in there with a divider, and one
Yep.
card from my deck slipped into the other side where it shouldn't have been. So when I brought it out and I got deck
Oh
checked,
no.
they were like, "You only got 59 cards." I'm like, no, this is there. And then I look in the deck box, it's here. So it just slipped in. But
Yep.
yeah, you got to make sure that you're keeping it ready, keeping it prepped.
That's exactly right. And on top of that, if your local game store doesn't already supply, ours supplies snacks. Well, not supplies, you can buy it, but snacks and drinks and stuff like that to keep you prepped throughout the day. Make sure you have it.
Water is a must. Yeah, it's a long day.
Yeah.
You need to make sure that you're hydrated. I think that really goes without saying, especially as we get warmer weather over here in Sydney.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a slog.
It is. It is. I think the last set champs we kind of put it upon ourselves. We played for 12 hours. Like we played from 9 till 9. It was nuts. Why did we do set champs straight into locals? Dumb move. That was fun.
Well, you live and learn, right?
Yeah, we learned. We're not doing it this year.
No.
But yeah, honestly, bring your snacks, bring drinks if your local game store doesn't have it. Discuss it with them if you're wanting to try and have a quick lunch break somewhere. Your TO should be great enough to be like, you guys have got half an hour, go for it. That should be a big thing. Now, another option is just remember your rounds are now timed.
Yeah.
So your traditional rounds are Swiss. You've got to cover, I think it's 45 minutes, 45, 50. I can't remember off the top of my head.
I think it's closer to 50-55.
Okay. Well, let's say that. I can't remember right now.
Could be wrong. Who knows?
We've seen people going to time at locals quite easily. Pace your. Yep. Shout out, Jules. We've got to see those plays to happen. You got to have that not quick turnover. You don't have to play too fast that you don't know what you're doing, but be aware of what your cards are doing. And remember what happens when you go to turn.
Yeah.
That's another big thing. Vocalize your plays. Tell your opponent what you're doing.
Yeah. That's important, especially in a competitive environment, Corey. I mean, we know some players and we've seen it happen where, they're a very experienced player. They know what the cards are doing, but things can happen in a long day where you might misplay, you might miss some triggers, things happen that shouldn't, or you might do something wrong. It's no fault, but just make sure you're announcing your plays. The other thing that I want to mention on that note and following a similar line is make sure you take the time to read your cards, make sure you're doing all the triggers you can and knowing what is happening. Because it's one thing for somebody to tell you what something does, but as long as you know your cards, it doesn't matter what somebody else says about your cards. Know your own cards, know your plays, take your time, don't let other people get in your head, and just play.
That's exactly right. And you know what? The last thing that I've got on my list as a personal thing?
Yep.
Have fun.
Hell yeah.
Look,
Have
Lorcana is a
fun.
hobby. It is a game. It is not. It is not there for monetary gain. It is not there for the overly powerful. Oh man, it's a gambling addiction. Let's be real. But
No.
these set champs are purely for fun.
Yeah. It's a
I
chance to go
enjoy
play.
myself.
It's a chance to go play a lot of games in one go.
Yeah,
Get your
it's
fix.
4 rounds minimum. Minimum. I really, really enjoy playing in these set champs because you have that variety of deck. You have the variety of people. You meet so many new people who are into this game from different walks of life.
Yeah.
Um, and I think it's what I enjoy a lot about set champs, aside from the fact that I get my ass handed to me all the time. But I enjoy it.
I really like it, Corey, because it's a chance for me. You know what I am. I'm a deckhead.
Yep.
Not to be confused with the other thing. I mean, some people would argue otherwise, but I love to build decks, test them, and I think set champs for me, as outside of local league, set champs is a really good way for me to know what's working, what's not, especially if I'm
Yep.
doing a few in a row, where I have, each day is probably a different time to sort of reflect on the deck, how it worked, how it performed. But it is also just make sure you have fun. It is a slog, so nobody wants to be grouchy when you're playing. Even if you're losing, even if you're winning, be kind to each other, respectful, play the game, enjoy it, have some fun. You might not take home a top 8 place or a card, but if you don't, you went there for some packs, some friends, and the games we played along the way.
That's right. That's right. Honestly, I'm excited for set champs. I have no doubt you're excited for set champs. Let's ask the real question: what are you running?
That's a secret.
Ah!
If this video goes out before set champs, no, I'm running one of two things. I'll narrow it down for you. I'm either running
Right.
my Ruby Amethyst damage control,
Ooh.
which is very
Yeah.
spicy, teched in for Blurple and aggro, or I'm running Emerald Sapphire.
All right.
What about you? I've told you mine. You tell me yours.
Yeah. So as people know, I have been testing out Blurple.
Mhm.
But a nice reveal to you a couple of days just before locals, just before set champs. I now have cows. So
Corey,
I found a really, really juicy aggro deck that actually runs those cows. I found a really juicy aggro deck, so I like
Sapphire?
that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I'm really excited about that. I've also found a really nice Sapphire Amber Princess aggro deck, which
Right.
has the capability of winning on turn 4 and locking your opponent out with wards, Tianas. Yeah,
That sounds
it's a bit
pretty spicy.
crazy.
That sounds
It
pretty
is.
spicy. Yeah.
It is, and then of course I don't know why I like building stuff. I also have the traditional Amber Steel aggro that's now floating around too.
Amber Steel aggro, yeah. It's still a bit of a kicker, really.
It is. But to be honest, I'm probably leaning towards Blurple. It's what I've been practicing with all season. I just did some last minute adjustments to it, provided I don't do another one the morning of set champs, which I tend to do. But
Have faith in your deck,
I'm
my
really
friend.
excited for that. I honestly have faith in this deck this time. I didn't last time. I feel like I know this deck a lot more. I'm a bit more consistent with it. Thanks to yourself, thanks to Nick, to Kev, Morgan, Barrow. These guys have been absolutely incredible in getting that deck and helping me getting it ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
No.
shout out to our locals guys because it's been a real good help.
Yeah, locals crew are always helpful. They're always helping, whether it's ideas, trading some cards because it is a trading card game.
Yep.
All of that stuff. It's cool to get a crew together and talk all things Lorcana. But look, I think that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in, hearing us ramble on about set champs, packs, DLC, and some other bits and pieces as we go forward into sets 11 and 12, following 10, which is just around the corner. So stay tuned for some
That's exactly
videos
right.
in the next few days.
That's exactly right. Looking forward to it. We will, of course, be recording our vlog for Set Champ, so very excited to get that out to you guys, show you our experience with it, show you exactly how terrible I do and how well Sam does with his top 4 finish.
Hey, the roles might reverse, mate. You've been playing really well with that Blurple.
Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. I love your work, Sam, honestly.
All right, guys. Well, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all of that fun stuff. Find us on Instagram and Facebook too, and we'll see you in the next one.
Cheers.